התל חליל רואה שם מחלל, חליל רואה שם מחלל, פזמון חדש לישראל. ולה רואה רק אוהל בד ולא רק דיגדי אחד, ולה רואה רק אוהל בד ולא רק דיגדי אחד. חגדיה, 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 חגדיה. על גברם על ראש התל חרמש נוצץ ומצלצל, חרמש נוצץ ומצלצל, צליל קציר לישראל. נרים הזמר פה אחד, נניף בעומר שירי דת, נרים הזמר פה אחד, נרים לעומר שירי דת. חגדיה, 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 חגדיה. על גברם על ראש התל חליל רואה שם מחלל, חליל רואה שם מחלל, פזמון חדש לישראל. ולה רואה רק אוהל בד ולא רק דיגדי אחד, ולה רואה רק אוהל בד ולא רק דיגדי אחד. חגדיה, 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 חגדיה.
We'll eat some of it during particular parts of the Seder. Seder means order. What we're doing here is telling the story of Moses and the exodus of the slaves from Egypt. And as we go through the story, we have various traditions and rituals that we do that we've been doing since, I guess, for the past 3,000 years. Some have been added over the years. Several of them over the past few years. 3,500 years ago, the Jews were freed from slavery in Egypt. No, the year right now is 5777. 3,500 years ago is when the Jews, the Exodus. So basically what we're going to do is read through the Haggadah, which is your little book, and everybody, we're going to go around and we're going to take turns reading. If you don't want to read, you don't have to read. If you can't read, don't try it. And yes, your wife.
For those of you with little ones, they are free to move about as they wish, or sit down, or go play, or whatever. Of course, we'd love to have them at the table, but if you need to get up, don't feel like you have to move here. Like, don't feel like everybody has to be quiet.
Yeah, the thing is, the book makes it feel really serious and strict, but feel free to do whatever you want, ask questions. The whole thing is about asking questions, get up and get drinks and do whatever. Don't feel restricted or constrained. And with that,
no bread in this house.
Can you kick it off?
All right. So one of the children has already asked for bread. So there's no bread.
There are only 4 questions, and that's not common. Do we have bread?
No.
All right.
Yeah,
come on, I got these bread somewhere.
I gave him a piece of crack. I gave him a cracker.
So he's fine.
He's fine.
That's just one of the 4 questions. No, we have it. It's in the middle of the table.
What? Okay, we're going to start by lighting the candles.
Same watch.
commandments. With love, you gave us the Sabbath, the festivals for happiness, holidays, and seasons for rejoicing. Just as you gave us this day of the Passover, the season of our freedom, which is a holy assembly in the remembrance of the going out from Egypt. For you have chosen us from all people to make us holy with the Sabbath and your holy festivals, which we celebrate in joy and happiness. Blessed art thou who makes holy the Sabbath and Israel and the festive seasons. And then we say this shit.
They don't have to say the blessing on the line. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'eloheinu v'kiyomanu v'hidanu l'olam hazeh. Blessed art thou, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this happy season. May the Lord bring us peace. Amen.
And the italics here are instructions, so we don't really need to read them out loud, but they help you understand what you should be doing next.
Drink the first cup of wine.
So we're gonna start going around now, so I don't just read the whole book. You don't have to read the italics yet. It's the next 3 pages.
Okay. Blessed art thou, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who did allow Israel to imagine this feast of unleavened bread, the season of our freedom, a holy convocation, a memorial to the departure from slavery. Blessed is our God, who sanctifies mankind, freedom, Israel, and the seasons.
Blessed art thou, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who makes the distinction between holy and holy, between the holiness of this festival and that of the Sabbath, between the holiness of light and that of darkness, between the holiness of Israel and that of other nations. Blessed art thou, who has made all peoples holy, and who commanded Israel to be a witness for justice and freedom for them all.
Breaks the middle matzah in the plate, and leaving half of it there, puts the other half aside until after dinner. This is the afikomen. It will be hidden for the children to find after dinner. It is early enough in the evening that the children should still be paying attention. We hope that their search for the afikomen during the meal service will keep them interested. The term afikomen is derived from a Greek word meaning after meal or dessert. The leader of the service will uncover the matzah and lift up the plate for all to see, which he did. The recital of the Passover story begins with the following words. Steve, you want to take that?
This is the bread of affliction, which our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. Let all who are hungry come and eat. Let all who are needy come and celebrate the Passover with us. May it be God's will to redeem us from all trouble and from all servitude. We pray that next year we will still be free men and women.
Here, and that we are to retell the story to our children and to each other as part of the celebration. Besides, the more one tells the story of the departure of Egypt, the more the tradition says that the storyteller is praiseworthy.
Yeah.
Kids are on the floor.
Concerning the telling of the story of our children, the Torah speaks about 4 kids of children.
4 kinds.
Those who are wise, those who are contrary, mean or wicked, those who are simple, those who do not even know how to ask a question. The parent answers the 4 questions, depending on the characteristics of the child who is listening. The idea is to help all children understand the Passover story and to impress on them its significance in our religion, in our history of Jews everywhere, and in the ceaseless struggle for freedom. According to the story of the Torah, the wise child asks, "What is the meaning of the rules, laws, and custom which God has commanded us?" The parents shall explain to this child all of the laws of Passover down to the last detail.
Because of what God did for me when I came out of Egypt. Tell the child that it had been there. Tell the child that if it had been there with that attitude, it would not have been redeemed. Remind the child that the attitude of Pharaoh caused God to punish the Egyptians so harshly, and the child should pay attention to the story when we tell it.
And God brought us up out of Egypt from the house of bondage. As for the child who does not even know how to ask a question, you must begin for that child as it is written in the Bible. You shall tell your child, this is done because of what God did for me when I came forth out of Egypt. And you explain the entire story of the Passover.
We all raise the cup of wine and say, this promise made to our